Hello again, everyone. This is Zombie Kids Rule, and I'm back with another Steam Deck gameplay video. So I am trying something a tiny bit different. I think this looks a little better. I acknowledge in some of my previous videos that this is not the greatest way to record. This is not the ideal way. I would prefer to record directly from gaming mode using something like OBS and just capturing the gameplay, but that doesn't seem to work from gaming mode, at least not yet. I do have to periodically check to see if there's been any improvements, but essentially, and yes, you can record from desktop mode, but the games they're different. Some games I have discovered will play perfectly fine. They'll load and play fine in gaming mode, but then when you go to desktop mode and try to launch them or something, you experience problems. And then, of course, like I've said in some of my other videos, there's also features designed specifically for the Steam Deck in gaming mode that don't work, or at least they haven't been implemented as of last check in desktop mode, like the magnifier. So I do have to go back and circle back and keep checking. But last I knew, the magnifier did not work in desktop mode, and some of these games really do require the magnifier, especially these older games or some newer games like card games. So anyway, I acknowledge this may not be the greatest way to do this. There are some folks out there who have much better cameras than I do, and they're able to record and capture the screen with much more clarity. It looks much nicer. I'm using an external webcam is what I'm doing, and I just messed around with the Steam Deck brightness, and I noticed that if I lower the brightness on the screen itself, then it makes it a little easier for the camera to pick up. So I will just say that I will acknowledge I have reduced the brightness of the screen, so the colors can be much more vivid, much more bright or brighter or whatever. But for recording purposes, I have knocked it down a little bit. So anyway, I'm just doing these to try to help folks, try to help people. I do have a little less time now to record videos to get private, quiet time and stuff. But so my videos may be coming out a little bit less frequently, but I'll do my best. So this next one I want to do is a demo. Is it the demo? No, I believe it's. I'll have to double check. Warlock of Firetop Mountain, the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, and I did try this before, and I want to say on the 1X player it did not work correctly, or I had problems with scrolling text. And then I did try to play this recently on the Steam Deck, and it didn't work. It wasn't loading. It wasn't working right. However, I did just see an update. This game did just update on my Steam Deck, so I gave it another try, and from what I can tell now, it is working. So Valve still says it's unknown. On the regular page, and then on the store page it says unknown. It is from August of 2016. The developer and the publisher are Tin Man Games. It has pretty good reviews, mostly positive, 77% of 300. So that's not bad. I don't know why I'm still following this. Oh, you know why? Because maybe this is the demo. Let's see. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain is already in your library. Nope. So I guess I do own it. I guess I just need to go back into my. I can uncheck following now and get rid of that. So every so often I have to go back in and update my following list. Since when you buy something, it removes it from your wish list, but it doesn't remove it from your following list. All right. So let's go back here. Whoops. Come on. There we go. So I have, like I said, I did try it out. It was recently updated, and it seems to play on the Steam Deck. Now I'm going to tilt this a little bit because the really white background does not pick up on the camera that I'm using at all. Now here's an issue with this. In this first launching menu, the joystick and the D-pad are not moving the selections. You can move the in-game mouse, however, A does not select the the buttons that I can see don't select anything. I click on windowed, and no, it's not. It's not, nothing is accepting input, and I don't know what it's supposed to be. Let's see, if it's a mouse game, it could be right or left click. So you know what? Let's just try this. There we go. So let's go to controller settings, and let's go to edit layout, and let's pick something that is not used. So let's see, buttons. And okay, so L1, left bumper, right bumper. Oh, these are mapped to buttons too. Okay, so the 5 buttons, the L5 and the R5 are not mapped to anything. So I'm going to map those to mouse clicks. So we're going to have which one was I on? L5, which is over there, is going to be a left mouse click. And then the R5 is going to be a right mouse click, and let's see if any of those work. Okay, so now I'm here, so I'm going to go over here, I'm going to put my cursor, and I'm going to go left mouse click. Oh, it did work. So I'm going to do that again. Aha! Perfect, it did work. So now left mouse click. Aha! Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to, let's try right mouse click. Nope. So left mouse click. Oops. Oh, I canceled out of it. So let's go back into that. That's interesting. So all right. So now I'm on this initial screen, and I'm here to graphics. I'm not going to do windowed mode now. I am going to go over here to the OK button, and I'm going to do left mouse click now, and it works. Okay, good. So on that screen, it appears that the alternative, when I tested this before, the alternative was I used the touch screen. So I just used the touch screen to navigate, and it worked. So touchscreen definitely works, but having it mapped to something, quite frankly, in my opinion, is better. All right, so I want to turn this down a little bit. Okay, so the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingston's game. So I'm going to go over here to. So now so now it's not doing anything here. So it's doing what it did before. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Now it's moving. So the left joystick is moving the options. The D-pad is moving the options. I'm going to go to options. I'm going to click A, and it is accepting it. I do think they updated this. So I'm on Game tab now, and it says Screen Shake, Hardware Cursor, and then you have gamepad type, Xbox controller, Steam controller. I did change it to Steam controller when I did just tested this. So I changed it to Steam controller. Enter code, I have no idea what that is. Load from local, emergency, I have no idea what that is. And then right button, left button is moving the top choices. So I go to text. I did change this from, there's a font style. I changed it from, it was on themed, and I changed it to dyslexic. So it just seems to me that it's bolder and it's larger, which may help the Steam Deck. I did change the font size. So the font size, it goes all the way up to 40, and I'm going to bump it down a little bit to see if it makes a difference. So I'm going to bump it down to 30. Line spacing, I bumped it up from normal to wide, but there's also widest. So you know what? I'll just go back to normal and see if it makes a difference. And then there's an audio tab, so sound effects and music. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click B for done. And so let's see, we got resume game, new game, options, extras, credits. So I'm going to start a new game, and I have story mode versus gauntlet. I'm going to start a story. Okay, and it's giving me in-game prompts with based on the controller. So it says A to continue apparently. Welcome back, player. Let me begin a new journey. Who are you, Oriana? I started a game earlier, I think, on another device, probably my 1X player. So let me begin a new journey. I'm going to go ahead and turn the sound down a little bit. Which figurine will you take into Firetop Mountain this time? Select figurine. And okay, so there's a bunch of things to choose from. Figurine select, choose your character. I have 7 souls. So it tells you first their name, right? And then you can go back or next group. So I don't know what these people are. So I'm just going to select one and then see if it tells me about them or gives me a choice to back up. So let's see. That looks like maybe a thief. That looks like, who knows? These folks. I can actually choose these folks, even though these folks are in color. So I don't know if you're supposed to start with these people or not. You can go to the next group, and these ones are selectable. The next group is selectable, and then Kickstarter here. Oh, okay, I see. So there's a next group, and then when you go over here, it says buy pack. So apparently you have to buy a pack for these ones. There's no more after that. So let's see what this other one was. This was Kickstarter heroes. Epic Adventurers, Intrepid Explorers, and Alancian, I think it said, what did it say? It said Alancian Heroes. So I'm just going to pick one of them. We're going to go with this lady, Alexandra of Blacksand. Oh, so it does. Yes, it does. So it gives me description, and it lets me decide whether I want to actually take this person or not. So Alexandra of Blacksand, so for the description, tells me to use the left and right mouse button to swap between description and attacks. Stamina 18, skill 10, luck of 8. The warrior known as Alessandra of Blacksand is famed for her many adventures. Her name is known in many parts of Alancia. No matter where she is, Alessandra has a knack for sniffing out trouble and gold. Now it's telling me over here to use a joystick to move the text up and down. The left one doesn't do it, but the right one does. Okay, so the right joystick allows you to move up and down. An experienced adventurer with an adept sword arm, she can sense dangerous situations before they happen and has built up a good reputation for completing quests quickly and diplomatically, reducing the need for unnecessary conflict. Attributes: educated, has an above average level of education. Lucky, fortune favors you often. So now I'm going to do the right mouse button to go to attacks. Front attack, a single strike directly in front, and then right attack, a single strike to the right. Piercing attack, strikes up to 2 enemies directly in front of Alessandra. Quick jab, Alessandra strikes with near lightning speed. This attack will hit before the target can move. That's a good option, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and select her rather than go through different choices. But you do have quite a number of choices that you can select from. So I'm going to go ahead and select her. Take Alessandra of Blacksand into the mountain. This will erase any current playthrough, back or begin. So A or B. I'm going to begin. All right, and again, I will just say that when I tested this on the 1X player, the biggest problem I had was I couldn't scroll the text. So it looks like that's working now. You have chosen Alessandra of Blacksand. If you like, you may select a different hero. If you are happy with your choice, then you may travel to Firetop Mountain and start your adventure. Alternatively, if you want to take part in a combat tutorial, activate free read mode, or want to learn more about the rules of the game, select tutorial, rules, and free read. And then there's nothing. Okay, so and that's right, you can scroll up in the chain, I guess. So travel to Firetop Mountain, tutorial, rules, and free read, select a different hero. So I'm going to go to the tutorial because I couldn't remember what the hell I was doing when I went in. And again, so you can scroll up and down now in what you've read before. The one-armed swordmaster of Anvil, Lin Wei Sai, is available for combat training by selecting Learn to Fight. Each hero has different combat moves, so return here often to test them out. If you are new to the fighting fantasy rules, then you may wish to learn about stamina, skill, and luck. I will also explain the use of resurrection stones and resting benches. Alternatively, you may want to activate free read mode. I will explain more about this cheater's paradise if you select this option. Travel to Firetop Mountain, learn to fight, learn about luck, stamina, skill, and luck. Activate free read mode. Okay, I'm not going to do that cheater's paradise mode just yet. So we'll do learn to fight. During your adventures, you will encounter many different foes, magical and monstrous, brigand and beast. There will be an assortment of creatures lurking within Firetop Mountain, eager to bring your adventure to a premature end. And you notice I can scroll up farther, right? So I'm going to click A to advance. Let us learn to walk before we start running, shall we? Lin Wen Sai wants you to fight some quintains, which will allow you to experience some basic combat practice, and then you have a choice: fight the quintains. Well, sure, why not? Okay, now, one of the things I noticed about this when I was testing it was that they move, like you may go to strike where they are, and they may move away. So turn, left button, right button. Y is not doing anything. Left button isn't doing anything. A is not doing anything. So, interesting. So, yeah, music's still playing. So it looks like the tutorial is stuck. So I can't do anything with the tutorial. Interesting. So I'm pressing every button and nothing is allowing me to advance or exit. It looks like the screen is partially grayed out. So I'm going to have to exit the hard way. Wow, interesting. They changed that. I updated my I updated my system, and then now it's changed something. I want to. There we go. That's interesting. Maybe it's a double click now. So I'm going to go down here and exit game. I shouldn't have to do that. So maybe not everything is fixed. So now we're going to go back into play. And let's see if I can just, okay, so now we did this. Remember, I'll show you that I can do the touch screen, so that's okay. I'm going to skip the tutorial and see what happens. So that tutorial got stuck. Interesting. That would be, well, obviously that would be a problem for the game. It will definitely make it probably unsupported. If it's, oh, now see, now I have my mouse pointer in where I didn't have it before, and let's try clicking. Yep, and actually the left click worked. That's interesting. But this is still working here too. So now I don't have continue anymore. So that's interesting. So we're gonna go back to new game, story mode, and okay. So let's go to start a new thing. Select figurine. Let's go back and pick her up again. Let's select her. Yes, I want to begin. Okay, you are happy with your choice. Okay, I'm going to scroll down, and actually I don't think I reset the amounts here, so it is large. I'm not going to do the tutorial. Actually, you know what? Let's try the tutorial. Let's just try it. And you know what? Let's go learn about skill stamina. Your hero starts with the adventure with 3 skill, stamina, and luck. Your skill reflects your swordsmanship and general fighting expertise. The higher, the better. Your stamina score reflects the constitution, your will to survive, your determination, overall fitness. The higher your stamina score, the longer you'll be able to survive. Your luck indicates how naturally lucky a person you are. Luck and magic are facts of life. These scores change constantly during adventure. The adventure sheet will keep a record of these changes. Note that although you may be awarded additional points, these points will never exceed your initial scores, except on very rare occasions. During your adventure, you'll be called upon to test your luck and test your skill. If the number rolled on 2d6 is equal or less than your current luck or skill score, you have been lucky or skillful. If the number rolled is higher than your score, basically, you have been unlucky or unskillful. Be warned, your luck score will always reduce by 1 every time you test your luck. Ooh, that's not good. Sooner or later, your luck will run out. Well, that's horrible. With this information in mind, you may wish to select a different hero. Alternatively, you can learn about resurrection, stones, resting benches. Okay, so now we're going to go learn about those. Okay, they're just going to tell me about the resurrection stones, the resting benches. I just want to see if... continue with my hero, select a different hero. That's interesting. So now I can't go back and do the other tutorial, so that's fine. We'll just select this. Oh, no, wait, I can. So So I did notice this. You can't scroll down. You can't scroll your options down until you scroll where you can see everything, and then you can scroll. So that's interesting. I'm going to try to learn to fight again, and we'll see if it freezes again. Yep, it's going to freeze again. Okay, that's interesting. So the tutorial, the tutorial for learning to fight is definitely not working. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to double click. Yep, apparently that they changed it to double click now. So I'm going to exit the game again, and I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to see if I can just travel to Firetop Mountain. I do. Oops, and we're going to try this now. We'll do that left click again. Yep, the left click still works. So that's good. So I mean, I do know how to play. I mean, I believe I checked it out when I tested on the 1X player. Maybe, I'm not sure, but so I do know how to do this roughly. I suppose alternatively, if you had a computer, right? If the Steam Deck wasn't your only computer, you could, in theory, go in on your regular computer, do the tutorial, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it, and then you could play it on your Steam Deck. But let's see. The text, yeah, the text didn't change, so I'm gonna bop that back down to 30, and we'll do that. So it remembered my previous option. So new game. Story mode. Okay, now let me just go to, yep, I'm going to do the same thing again. And obviously a real test would be, is it just one character where the tutorial is not working, or is it all? So I'm going to travel to Firetop Mountain. We'll see what happens. So there's my little character walking along. And let's see. Okay, so now, again, I can still scroll up and down, so that's good. The villagers of Anvil cheered with excitement as you began your 2-day hike to Firetop Mountain. Cries of "Return to us safely, Alexandra," and "May the luck of the gods be with you" rang out. Your fame reaches even to remote towns like Anvil. And up here I can see my skill, my stamina, and my luck. So 10 of 10, 18 of 18, 8 of 8. Oh, that's interesting. So let's see. I'm going to press that. That looks like my. Okay, cool. So that's my inventory. Let's see. My inventory. I have 5 gold, resurrection stones ×3, sword, dagger, provisions ×5, miscellaneous lantern, backpack, rope, quest. Kith has requested you give a ruby known as the Eye of the Cyclops to the Warlock Zagor. And use the left and right button to navigate. So there's your bio again, there's your attack, so that's what you saw when you picked your character. So now I'm going to click back, and then I'm up at the top here, so and that's the only thing. So apparently one is a mouse compass. I'm not sure what the other thing is, but I can't get there regardless, so I guess it doesn't matter. Let's see. So, your mysterious patron, a sorcerer known to you only as Kith, wants you to seek a massive ruby known as the Eye of the Cyclops and give it to Zagor, the warlock who rules this mountain. When you asked Kith about the significance of the ruby, the sorcerer only smiled and said, "You'll see." So now it shows me my inventory. I guess I jumped ahead. Oops. So I jumped ahead. So now I'll do that. And, okay, we're all good there. Press A. Citizens who live in the foothills fear the Zagor and have been very reluctant to tell you anything about that may help you find him, fearing for their own safety. You have mixed feelings about the adventure ahead of you. Just hope that Kith's instructions are honorable and you do not let the local people down. One thing is clear, though. You will not be dealing with any ordinary wielder of magic. You must be on your guard. It takes you 2 days. Okay, I'm not going to read this. You approach a cave, a known entrance used by the local band of orcs. Your hand gripping the hilt of your longsword as you consider what dangers may lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. Okay, so they show you a picture, and then again you still select A, and you get one choice. So right now there's one choice: peer into the gloom. Sure, let's peer into the gloom. There I am. Okay, so there's my map. You see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is dark and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. With the smell of orc up my nose, I have a feeling I'm going to meet some formidable foes. That ruby is in this mountain somewhere, so I'm going to have to ask politely using my sword, of course. That's her talking. Step warily into the blackness. So you only get one choice here. Okay, so now, approach the fork ahead. So let's see. You stand in a dark, slimy cave entrance. So I'm going to press B to get out of there. Oh no! Step warily into the darkness. I went backwards. So my other choice up here is approach the fork ahead. This is telling me pan the map. So, oh, okay. So the right. So now the right. Right joystick is not only advancing the text, it's also, or I should say scrolling the text window up and down, it's also panning the camera. Okay, there we go. And then B allows me to read the story so far. So I'm going to go ahead and select approach the fork ahead. And my little whatchamacallit, my little figurine is hopping as it walks. Now I have a choice, turn west, turn east. And by moving the D-pad, it is allowing me to select, or the joystick, it's allowing me to select. Okay, so you know what? Let's go to. Look, there's a person there. Let's go east instead. We'll avoid the person. So I'm going to hop over this way to the east. Oh no, I stopped. Oh no. Yep. Okay, it froze again. So I'm thinking this game is not playable. I'm thinking this game is unsupported. It looks like it's freezing. Which is too bad, because it looks like some of the stuff that was going on got fixed and allows you to at least boot it up. But it looks like now something else is happening, and the game. This is the second freeze, right? I couldn't do the tutorial for fighting. Now I tried to go east, and my little character is frozen in mid-jump, stuck. So, you know, I can go back here. Let's go back to resume game and see if it does anything, which it won't, of course. Right button, nope, nothing's working. So, go back over here. Exit game. Let's see, just for giggles. Let's see if it lets me, if it saved. I don't think it probably did. Maybe it did, but I doubt it. But I'm sorry to say, I think this is going to be unsupported. A lot of times I don't post videos of unsupported games, but since I invested time in this one, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then, you know, but maybe I'm gonna try posting it on the Steam page, and maybe if it's lucky, maybe the developer will see it and say, you know what, I can fix that. So let's try to resume game, see what happens. Okay, after a few yards, you arrive at a junction. Now again, I have a choice to go east or west, so I'll try going west this time. I jumped a little way along the path. You come across a sentry. Nope, frozen. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. So it did save it, but I am stuck. Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm going to stop there. Not going to... the definition of insanity is when you try to get different results from the same choices and the same activities over and over and over again. So, all right, well, this is the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Again, I was kind of excited. I thought maybe the problems that were keeping it from being playable were fixed with the recent update. Something just updated on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be true. It is still freezing, getting stuck places. I will wrap up this video. I will post it because maybe someone will see it. Maybe the developer will see it. I'm going to try posting it on the Steam discussion thing, and maybe they'll be able to take a look into it and say, hey, oh, okay, I think we can fix that, or maybe not. Maybe it'll just be unsupported on the Steam Deck, which will be it'll be unfortunate. But anyway, so I'm going to stop that right there. And again, I hope these videos are helpful, folks. Hey, look, you can see my shadowy ghost figure in the reflection of the screen. I hope these videos are helpful, folks. If they are, then please or if you appreciate the time and effort that goes into them, please like, subscribe, get notifications, leave comments. I am going back. I have the RPG Maker bug again. I want to get back into testing things and start continuing developing my game. So I will probably be investing some time in that over the holidays, especially, and getting some videos up about that as I continue to learn in my journey there. So again, I'm not. Hopefully, I'll try to get some more videos up this weekend. It'll all depend on time. But I do hope these help. In the meantime, feel free to leave comments. Leave suggestions. Your thoughts. If there's any games you think I might like to do or might like to try, I might be interested in, just let me know. And other than that, folks, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. And in the meantime, happy gaming. And I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.